Hey, hi, let's try something. Okay, here's what we're gonna try. I'm gonna play a game of 8-ball, and it's gonna be beginner's game of 8-ball. So we're gonna play a beginner game of 8-ball, and I am gonna coach each beginner, and I'm gonna talk it through, and we're gonna watch together and see how these beginners can play 8-ball. So the beginner will get a nice break for the beginner players. Okay. So here we are. Now, I'm going to coach the first player. I'm a beginner. I'm not super great at pocketing balls. I don't even see the 3-ball going in. It couldn't go in. So if I was an advanced player, I'd shoot the 3. I'd blast a Rama into this. If I was going to try to get solids and run out, I would go off the 5 into the 4, and I'd kind of move those around a little bit. They don't necessarily need, these two need to move around. This one can go, this one goes, but it's a little tight. These, I'd like them spread out, okay? The other reason why I might shoot that shot is this 6 protects the 13. And yes, the 12 can break into the 13, but it's not guaranteed, okay? And the other thing is, if I went for stripes, I gotta break out the 8. So the 8-ball is a problem for me. Now I'm talking about advanced concepts, okay? So that's how I'd look at it as an advanced player. As a beginning player, I'd look at it and say, what's the better group? And I'm going to go with, this is almost a dominant advantage for a beginner to block the pocket, okay? But can't really. Well, the other thing is that there's going to be 1,000 shots in this game, so it doesn't really matter that much. So we don't have to sit there. This is a beginner tip. We don't have to stare at the table because we're going to get back to the table a dozen times. Okay, so and things are going to change and things are going to move. So we're not going to win or lose the game right now. As we get up further, we're going to want to really identify every single, almost like when I play, I almost identify the entire loose pattern before I start triggering balls and shooting them in. But as a beginner, I forgot we're beginners, so we're just going to start deciding. Well, I don't really see a big advantage to trying to go for a stripe that I can't make. I could shoot the 1-ball. That doesn't really do anything. It doesn't lead to anything. So I'm going to coach my beginner to go ahead and shoot the 3. So my beginner is going to shoot the 3. And they're not going to like that the ashtray's here, and they're going to come up here and they're going to hit it, okay? And they're going to wish they were playing slop, but we're not. So the next person's going to come up. We're going to get out of the chair. I'm going to calm them down. I'm going to talk to them about staying focused. I'm just kidding. Okay, so now we're going to walk around and look at my next shooter, and there's really not a good shot other than the 6 for a beginner. You could maybe have them bank to 15. I'm still in a spot as a beginner where I'm like, we're gonna get a million shots, but is there a better group to get? And if we shoot the 6, then we're sort of opening up for this. We get the group, and it's the only protection that group has is the 8-ball, which is not bad. But there's really not a shot afterwards. So if I was coaching my beginner, it's not a dominant enough, well, it kind of is, because we could get down to these 2 balls. The beginners could kind of clear out other balls, and this could get left for last. But now the breakout's kind of a little easier to shoot that if I could coach them into that. So I guess we're gonna have them shoot it. Okay, we're gonna have them shoot it. They're gonna shoot in the 6, and they make it. They would have pulled out a bridge probably, and that's fine. And now I'm gonna have them move the balls. I want them to position the balls. Okay, now they can't really hit the shot that I want, which is a stun down to the rail. So I'm going to have them push through the 4 and cut the 4 into the 7 softly, and sort of put the 7 and the 4 apart. Oh, they misexecuted, which is fine. They can definitely do that. And now the 7 goes. These balls are sort of broken apart. I like what my beginner did there. Very beginnerish shot, not to hit a rail. Good for them. Good for me for being able to execute it unintentionally. Okay, now my beginner's feeling good, okay? Or I'm feeling good coaching this beginner, because now they're stripes. And I'm going to tell them, we need to get rid of these balls here, okay? So we're going to have them shoot we're going to have them shoot the 15. And they're gonna put the ball here, and they're not gonna like their bridge, okay? But let's say they can kind of get lucky and hit a stop shot. All right, now we're not having him hit that 12 yet because this is a trouble ball. So we're not gonna go for the obvious easy shot, and we don't care if we get shape on the next ball. We just wanna get rid of this 10 ball. So let's shoot a beginner type shot on the 10 ball. They're gonna probably hit draw. A lot of beginners like hitting draw. Oh, and they missed it. Okay, no problem. Now we're back for the next beginner, and I'm gonna coach them. And I'm gonna assess the situation. And I'm gonna say, these two balls go here, these balls go here. We can't really make a ball anywhere. So what are we wanting to do now? And the beginner level, it's not bad to have these around the 8. It gives a little protection if they have to play a safety. On an advanced level, you'd want to get these out right away, but let's just talk beginner. Okay, so I'm going to coach my beginner to hit this 5, and I want my beginner to hit it soft because I want to leave it down by the rail, and I want them to hit it thin. I don't want them to hit the ball and end up hitting it thick. I do not want the 5 ball down here. I want the 5 ball on this rail. So I'm going to coach them to hit it thinner. Oh my gosh, man, that was a great shot. That was an awesome shot. They just missed it. Okay, so now beginner stripes. All right, what do we want to do? Now beginner stripes, I want to open this up. I want to move this. I don't like this ball being covered. So I'm going to coach my beginner stripe to hit a 13, and I want this ball with a high ball. I'm going to go towards the 1. Again, I don't want to be banking it down. I don't want the 13 down here. So if anything, I'm going to overcut it. So I'm going to overcut my beginner shot and see what happens. And I want to run into the 1 or the 8. And I tried. Okay, we don't always execute the shot. I made it worse. But that's fine. We can come back to it. We're going to get a million shots, remember? We talked about that earlier. Okay, now we're on beginner solids. Now we don't want to move those yet because the 2 goes over here. The 1 goes over here. We got some coverage. We got some protection on the 8. We got some protection. Now the 7 goes right here too, which is nice. So now we are going to make sure that whatever we do with this 4, we don't end up here, 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 or trapped behind these balls. So right now we're going to play a beginner shot on the 4, and we're going to push it towards, it's risky, we're going to push it towards the side pocket, okay? So we're going to hit it soft towards the side pocket, soft, just a 3-inch stroke, just boom, soft towards the side pocket, and we like that. Now we're cooking with gas. We really like our positioning. Now we got the 4 here. It leads to these balls over here. We could have got on the 5. Everything's great. We really, really, really like what we did there. All right, so what are we doing now? Are we shooting a combo? No. Are we shooting the 11 on the side? A little risky, but not bad. What we don't want to do is hit this 4 and put the 4 right here for my beginner buddy. So we got to be very careful not to hit the 4. So we're going to shoot the 11, and we're going to aim it a little thin, okay? And we're going to see if they can do it. They're going to push it down thin. Okay? See, now thin, now they control the pocket with the thin shot. See, now they're at a dominant position. My beginner hit a beautiful shot. Great shot, beginner. This is almost a game-winning shot because that needs to go away, okay? So now we're solids. Now what are we doing for solids? All right, what's my beginner capable of? Let's do this. Let's have them, we need that 4 to be in front of that pocket. Now it looks easy. We'd shoot the 2, would be great, right? Everything's awesome. We might as well. I don't think it's gonna change much. So I'm gonna tell them to draw the ball, and it's gonna look like this when they try to draw the ball. Okay, and that's, I would tell them to draw the ball because they're gonna lift up their tip and they're gonna stun it, and I'm gonna hit it perfect. Okay, now that we're here, we're not gonna shoot that 1. We're gonna leave it because we're not gonna shoot in our ball yet as a beginner because we need to get this dealt with, okay? So now we're gonna try to just bump the 4 and try to, with high ball, and try to have it stay in front of the pocket. Oh, I made it worse. Okay, well, I tried. They didn't do what I wanted. It's not my fault. I'm a great coach. Okay, now we're never shooting this ball. It's the stripes, and we are going to find a different shot. We're not shooting that ball. We can't reach it. The 12 ball, nah, it's kind of wild. Let's shoot the 13. Okay, I'm going to have my beginner shoot the 13. The reason why is if they hit the 1, they can get on that ball, and there's actually connection here where they could run out. So let's try to have them hit the 13. They're not going to like it. They're going to be like this on the rail, and I'm going to tell them to put their cue down, go like this, once, twice. Oh, they fouled. Gosh. Okay, don't be emotional, coach. Just let it happen. Okay, so they fouled. Kind of a typical beginner move. Ami was playing leagues. He's a beginner. He literally played one of the better players in the league. Ami's been playing pool for about a month, like sporadically, and he had like 3 games he could have won if he wouldn't have touched the cue ball. Okay, so now we're going to change the game. My beginner's solid. I'm going to have them, it's the moving game time for my beginner. They're going to bank this 4 out in front of the pocket and make the 11, just like this. Okay, now that's the shot. Nice shot, beginner. That was awesome. Okay, who cares if they left him this shot? It's very unlikely that the other beginner is going to run out. So my next beginner, obviously we're going to shoot the 10. That's the only shot they have. And I'm going to tell them to roll it forward. The easiest ball to hit is to roll forward. Did they get it? Yes, they got it to go. Look at this. We're on a roll. Let's go. Okay. So now that back cut on the 9 is crazy. I'm going to have them shoot the 12, and we're going to try to get out here to shoot the 9 next. Okay? Now, when they shoot this 12, it's very important that they don't overcut it and put it down here. Okay? And they want to hit it soft. I don't want them to hit it hard. So I want them to hit it soft, because even if they miss it, I want them to hit it soft. I'm going to miss it on purpose, and it's going to go soft in front of the pocket. See, now we're setting our balls up for a beginner confrontation, an ultimate showdown. Okay? Now, is this ball even doing anything for us down here? No. So I'm going to have my beginner start making their way back up table. It's a nice safety valve at an advanced level, because at an advanced level, you can kind of get anywhere on the table from there if you know what you're doing. But at a beginner level, let's, I'm changing. We're going to leave it there. I kind of like it there for some reason. Here again, we're going to shoot the 7, and we're not going to miss it to this side because we do not want the 7 down here, even though the 1 ball could be here. The problem is if the cue ball's over here in the future, they're never going to get to the 7. So we want that 7 to be up on that side. So I'm going to have them hit it thin and hit it soft. Okay. Oh, and they're playing good today. Man, nice shot. Awesome. Okay, we're done with the 13 for a while. Ooh, we got the 14. They're going to look and say, it doesn't go. And I'm going to say, yes, it does. And again, we're not going to hit it over to this side and miss it by 2 feet, because we don't want it out over here. We want to hit, well, I'm not even concerned about that. We just want to miss soft. I just want to shoot it like this. Soft, Mr. Beginner, Mrs. Beginner, push it through soft. Okay? That's perfect. Okay, now look what happened. We got hooked on the 12. I mean, technically we didn't, but on a beginner level, it's hard to do. So now we're going to shoot, let's just pretend we got hooked on the 12. Okay? I'm hooked on the 12. Now we're not going to shoot a wild combo here. We're going to push this 9 down by this pocket and try to create some position. And we don't want to go smashing into the 13. If we hit the 1, it's okay, but we just want to like push it down by the pocket slow and soft. Okay, just like that. We love that shot. Okay, now we love it. Makes a big pocket for the 13. The 9 ball can go from most anywhere on the table, and we're setting up our victory lap. And we blocked the 1 ball. Solids is in big trouble now. Okay, so solids are back. They're going to get out the bridge. I'm going to tell them to hit the rail first, push it through. They're going to end up here like this. Okay, and they're not going to have a shot on the 4. We're not going to have them blast a ram with the 4. Now we're going to flip the script. I'm going to have my beginner trade positions with the 1 and the 9. I'm going to have them make the 9. They're going to call the 1, but we're going to try to just block the pocket and make the 9. Just like that, okay? Now my beginner, now we're down to the end game. This is very typical in a beginner game. Lots of shots back and forth. We're totally comfortable where it is. We're in sort of a dominant position right now if our opponent doesn't understand strategy, because they're gonna probably shoot at the 12 because this ball doesn't go anywhere, the 11, and that's probably not the right shot, okay? Gosh, they're in a really tough spot, stripes, because the 1 leads to the 4 leads to the 8. So actually, I'm gonna coach my beginner on something here, okay? I don't know about that. Well, boy, they're in a really tough spot. Because of execution, you know? Execution's tough. I'm gonna have him hit a low shot and bank the 13 in the corner, okay? And I'm gonna hope that they can like somehow end up with the cue ball back in this zone. So I'm gonna have him hit it like a stun bank in the corner. Okay, now the good side is they don't have a shot. They hit it perfectly. Now I would be literally like coming on me, yeah, and I'd be 5-5 them. I'm getting them all pumped up, and it'd be sick because they can't make the 4 and the one's in front of the pocket. And now we're in a good spot. Okay, so now we're gonna coach the next beginner shot, and this is gonna be so tricky. I want him to hit the 1 and just kind of very softly hit the 1, just like that. Okay, now they're in a dominant winning position with solids. And these are the little shots as a beginner that you have to practice and work on. Those little safeties, banking to a up table. It's not always about pocketing the ball. It's positioning the balls, positioning the balls, positioning the balls. A lot of this game, I discussed positioning the balls. Okay, so now beginner player, camera's in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Call it 5, 2.5. Got the camera in the way. Oh my gosh, I can't even hit it that way. All right, we're gonna call the 13 up in the corner. I just banged the camera. We're gonna call the 13 in the corner. Let's see if our beginner can hit it. Okay, nice, nice. Good kick. Wow, so lucky. Okay, now they got that, camera in the way. This is like, this is so dumb. Okay, I'm behind the camera. I can't even see. We're going under pressure, beginner shot, make the 4. Okay, I had no angle there. All right, well, they got nervous. They got nervous, okay? Now with my beginner, there's a problem here. If I shoot the 13, I'm not making it. If I shoot the 12, I could end up here. If I shoot the 12 and end up here, they can't really reach it. I'm gonna have them shoot the 12, and I'm gonna hope that they can come out with a decent angle. So we're gonna have them hit the 12. I'm gonna say, just hit it thick, please. And they're gonna end up straight, which is trash, okay? They're in a really bad spot, okay? Now, I'm gonna say, don't sweat it. Pull out the bridge, just knock it in with some high ball. They're gonna do this, and they're gonna leave themselves that shot, okay? It's very typical, all right? And now we're down to the end, okay? And now this is where everyone starts freaking out. And they should, because this is a difficult spot for the 8-ball to be in, right? The 8-ball person. So now we're gonna see how this beginner plays. Can they handle the pressure, right? If I was a beginner, coaching a beginner in this spot, what would my idea be? Well, I want them to hit it a little harder on this spot as a beginner because I want some distance on the cue ball. I want them, if they're gonna shoot the 1, I want them to shoot it from down in the kitchen. I want them to shoot it far away. So whether they make it or miss it, we want the cue ball back in the kitchen is our goal. Okay, missed it. And where cue ball is almost back in the kitchen. I would have liked it to be back here, and it's not. So now we're gonna hit the 1 into the 4. And what would I tell them? Gosh, a long stop shot's nearly impossible at the beginner level. I just want them to make it. Just want them to make it. We'll just hope they don't scratch. Well, they didn't scratch. Okay, that was good, and they got perfect shape. All right, now we're gonna have them make it, and I'm gonna have them hit it with a high ball, not a low ball. and we're gonna hope they can get shape. We're gonna have them hit it just right in the center. And they missed it. And this is very typical. Now we're down to the end game, okay? Missed it on purpose. All right, now what are we doing? What are we doing? Well, here's what we want to do in this situation. If we're playing 8-ball and we're a beginner, we don't care about hooking them. We just want the 8-ball in front of the pocket. We don't care about missing the 8-ball on the bank. What we don't want is the 8-ball here. We want the 8-ball in this zone over here. So I'm gonna have them bank it and cut it a little bit thinner than they think and hit it with some pace. And we want this shot right here, okay? And the reason why we want that shot right there is because when they miss this ball, if they miss this ball, they ain't missing it down here where we're gonna have another bank. They're missing it out in space where we're gonna have a shot at it. Okay, this is very critical. If this 8-ball was here, if they missed, you would be safe on the 8-ball. Now, because we didn't care about making it and winning the game, LOL, we care about positioning balls and playing to win the game in the future. We didn't leverage our future opportunity. And then we left them a shot. Okay, yeah, we could lose the game from here. They could come with this shot. That's not a problem. If we would have hit a little bit better, we might have got them down here or down here, and we could set it back up and practice legging the ball. Okay, so now beginner, here we go. Let's check it out. They don't like the pocket. Okay, they can't get comfortable. Oh. And they got lucky. This is the longest game ever. Okay, that could happen, right? So now what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Now we got the same situation, okay? Got the same situation. What we're gonna do, you're gonna love this shot. We're gonna hit it thin, and we're gonna leave them a tough shot on the 4. We don't care if they can make it, but we can't hit it thick because we don't want the 8-ball here. The 8-ball has to stay in that area. So we have to hit it thin. We're gonna practice these thin little shots, just like that, okay? Now, if they can make this under pressure with the 8-ball in the pocket, they deserve to win, okay? I would have loved it if the cue ball was here. So that's why I would set that back up as a beginner. I would set it back up and I try to get the cue ball right here, okay? Now, we're gonna see if they got what it takes to make it. Oh, I just wanted this guy to win because he was playing good. He was playing smart. Okay, now just make it and don't scratch, beginner. Hit it a little bit on the left-hand side, okay? And you don't have to hit it low, just hit on the left-hand side. That guy lost. I'm such a jerk, he lost because he doesn't know how to stop shot or how to hit on the left side. Okay, whatever. So that's the beginner game of pool. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. It's just, I've been teaching for a couple of years and I've been around a lot of beginner pool and I've done the commentary on beginner matches and I just know how this stuff goes. And it's not about me. I'm not making fun of anybody. What I'm doing is I'm showing you guys, calm down, slow down, position the balls. Let's position the balls. We can make some balls. We made some balls. It was fun. Came with some shots. But we positioned balls, and there's certain critical times where you get on that 8-ball where if you get locked in and I gotta make it, and it doesn't even go because that 4-ball is in the way, it's a senseless thing. We need to look at what our reality is, and if the reality is that 8-ball didn't go, then my reality is I want it right here, I don't want it right here. So think about the takeaways in this video. Watch it several times if you need to as a beginner. Even as an intermediate player, there's a lot you could pick up here about positioning and not shooting all your balls in all the time. And hope you liked it. I had fun. Let's see what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments and let me know if you're canceling your sub to the channel. Okay, see ya. Love you guys. Bye.